Good evening, everyone. I'm Alex Shrine to Nick's Marcum,
I'm Nathan Middlesman Mosley.
and we'll be. This is our Super Smash Bros. Stream for this week,
Yep,
right? It looks like today we'll be doing the semifinals of our group, right?
correct.
For our Smash White team. This team has been doing so well this season. I believe we're second seed, right?
Yes, second seed of our little kind of division, and we were 6-1 on the season, which is really really good. So we've had I was gonna say the team has had a great season, and it should be a lot of fun to watch this match because today we're gonna be going up against Simpson College. So they're 6-2 and kind of the 3 seed of our little division. So it should be a really good match today. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah. Just a quick refresher for those who haven't seen our team play in a little bit. I believe they played last week on a stream, at least,
Yes, I believe
maybe
so.
1 to 2 weeks ago. Let's go over some of our players and their characters today. I believe we have Pandora or Ivy on Villager, at least as one of
Yes.
our local casters for Super Smash Bros. Let's give him a round
Yes.
of applause, everybody.
Casters. We really
Yeah,
need him. Really need him.
yeah, we really need him. But other than that, I don't remember too well. What
Okay,
else we
going
got?
through the roster, we're gonna have Whippy on Incineroar. We have Alligator Jones on Inkling. We have Camaraderie on Bowser, and then oh gosh, I am panicking and I'm forgetting person.
Nah, it's fine. We'll find. They'll play. They'll play first.
Oh
Other than
gosh,
Ivy, Pandora, Villager,
yeah.
who knows? Um, Other notable stuff happening soon. This Saturday, we have Rink Rumble, which is this year's crossover between the Smash Club and the Fighters Guild, where we come together at Goggins Ice Arena to both ice skate and beat up nerds in the back parking lot. Specifically at Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I believe
Yes,
Melee is
we
showing up
have
too.
Ultimate and Melee. This is going to be kind of we're doing it with Street Fighter, and this is going to be Smash or with the Fighting Game Guild. Fighters
Fighters
Guild.
Guild.
Yeah, there we go. And it's going to be kind of it's the 100th edition of Smash and Honor, which is kind of like our local weekly. So it should be a really fun event. We got some top Cincinnati, Dayton talent coming out for Smash. So it should be a really fun event. It'll be great, and definitely a great time.
Yeah, I believe for the Fighters Guild end, we'll be seeing both Street Fighter 6 and 2XKO at the very least. I do believe there's Tekken 8 as well, or either Tekken 8 or Virtua Fighter as our two locals for this event. Um, so all fun stuff. It's completely free to sign up if you want to join us, and you get some ice skating. You get an excuse to go ice skating if you
Yeah.
don't do so often. Anywho, we're playing against Simpson College. They're pretty good.
Yes.
How are we looking into them?
I think I think it's going to be a very close back and forth battle. The last time we played them, it went game 3. So it definitely should be very close. Their lineup, if I remember correctly, is Piranha Plant, Diddy Kong, Pokemon Trainer, and then Me Brawler, and then they have a couple others, but they didn't go in last time, so I don't remember what their characters were.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I believe the last time you guys saw me on stream was for the last Simpsons College game. We watched Whippy do some Alolan whipping. Right?
He did do some Alolan whipping. I do remember seeing that.
Yeah. With incredible comebacks from both teams, an extremely annoying Diddy Kong. Is it Diddy Kong? Or is it like Donkey Kong Jr.? I forget.
It is Diddy Kong.
Okay. Okay. Donkey Kong Jr. is a different Donkey
Yes,
Kong.
that is a different character because I know that from Superstars whatever the baseball game was for Mario. There was a lot of Donkey Kong characters in that.
There's a non-zero chance that the current Donkey Kong is actually Donkey Kong Jr. and Grumpy Kong or Cranky Kong is the older Donkey Kong, or the older Donkey Kong is the original Donkey Kong from the NRS game, or like the barrel rolling game. You follow?
No.
Yeah, welcome to Donkey Kong. Anyway, back to Smash Bros. Any hopes and dreams for this current game or this upcoming semis match?
Honestly, I think the one thing for specifically Miami University, if they do want to win, I think they got to make sure that they are winning kind of the first battle to get that counter pick advantage. I think that's going to be huge in here because we have a lot of counters for most of their characters. So once we get that started with the counter pick, we should be in a really good state. because last time something that stood out to me about Simpson College was that they used Piranha Plant as their lead, I believe, all 3 games. So I'm very curious if we are going to try and call that out. And I forgot about Rave.
Oh, was it
And the
Pyra Mithra?
Ness. Rave the
Oh,
Ness. Oh my gosh, how did I forget that? Oh,
I
my
think
apologies.
the last
Rave.
player or one of the other players we saw from Simpson College last time was a Pyra Mithra. Was it not?
I don't
I
know. It
think.
was not. I'm not sure if you did Simpson College or
I remember seeing a Pyra Mithra at some point. Fun character. And we do have our Nest player, right? You were talking about him?
yes. So kind of like if we think that they are going to start with Piranha Plant, which I don't know if that's what they're saying, back over in King, but I would say that most likely, I think Rave would be a good starter for us, as well as, yeah, I think I think logically we would save Villager for Diddy Kong, but I think Rave's a good starter. I think most of our team does very well in the plant. The only one I wouldn't be certain about is maybe Camaraderie on Bowser. That would be a little not sure if we would want that, but Rave has a lot of plant experience because we actually have a plant here at Miami. And I've seen their little friendlies that they've played, and they've played a lot. So I very much would enjoy seeing Rave go in first, and even if it isn't the plant that goes in first, Rave should do fine against most of your team.
I hear we have many plants at Miami. A lot of trees.
There is a lot of trees. I was gonna say, you look outside and it's like trees everywhere. That's Miami's so beautiful. It's like such a nice like campus.
Yeah. We're here to glaze esports, not the campus. Anyway, personally, I want to see a Lowland Whip again. I want to see Whippy pull out the Incineroar. That was really fun to watch. Not a character you see often, and not a character you expect to do as well as characters like maybe Diddy Kong or even Piranha Plant, because Piranha Plant's DLC, and I'm not sure if you guys heard, but DLC is pretty good in this game.
I was gonna say, generally, if it's DLC, it's gonna be good. I think Plant is the only exception. Although Spargo, who's a top player, has been doing some really great things with Piranha Plant recently. I believe it's won majors. I don't believe it was ever solo Plant, but it's definitely won majors using Plant. So Plant definitely has a lot of things that can be going for it. An incredibly strong up smash, as well as Batui it feels like a DLC move. It is very, very strong. It is honestly way too centralizing for the character, but it is such a good, strong move. What makes Plant DLC is Patui.
Yeah, but the only reason why Plant isn't the best character in the game is because he was the free DLC for Super Smash Bros. To say, hey guys, go buy Terry Bogard.
Yeah, buy the rest of the DLC.
I love Terry
because
Bogard.
we do kind of want your money. Good old Nintendo.
Kind of want money. I mean, it's Nintendo. They really want your money. They really want your money so hard that they are willing to shut down entire scenes like Melee for money, in the sake of emulation rights. But that's a different story. That's a different story. Not for this.
Not
stream.
for today, unfortunately.
Anywho, other than Whippy on the Incineroar, I kind of want to see Bowser. I don't remember that well, but I don't remember seeing our Bowser player that often. And as a character, he's kind of hype. I mean, you get a stock lead, and you can go backflip off the stage if you really want. Not the best in our current format, which is, I believe, I forget what it's called, crew battles?
Crew battles, yes.
Right? Where your stocks bleed over into future rounds before you lose players. But it's really funny, and it sends a message.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's some practicality of it, especially if like you're at a very high percent and they're at a very low percent. But other than that, I think we're going into the match. So we are going to see who we started with, which was Incineroar. So I think we're just doing a button check right now. But honestly, I do kind of like this. I do like Incineroar as the choice because Incineroar Revenge does incredible things against Plant, like with Patui, with Plant Side B. If you
that's the Poison Cloud, right?
Poison Cloud, yes. Poison Cloud. If you do Poison Cloud, Incineroar can get 3 revenges on it. So
he can what?
Yes, he can revenge, and then once that revenge is over, he can pretty much just revenge that as a projectile. So he can pretty much get to max revenge, and do an incredible amount of damage next hit. So I definitely think that Whippy is a great decision for who to go in. I would have loved to see Rave, but I do think Whippy is a very, very good choice for a lead. especially into plant. But even if they put in anything else, I think Whippy was probably the best decision they could have made.
Yep. In terms of this first game, we are seeing Simpson College go with the strategy they pulled out last time, which honestly failed them pretty hard because, like, we won, right? We won that game. And interestingly, maybe they weren't changing their strategy of, hey, we've got a pretty good piranha plant, and we're going to put them up first. Maybe they were changing how they plan on responding to our players, right? Because, again, we don't have the most common characters.
Correct.
On either team. We've got characters, again, Incineroar, Bowser, I forget, Ness,
Inkling, Villager,
right? Like, those 5 characters, yeah, they've shown up in the past. Inkling was, I believe, at launch, one of the scarier characters, right, with a lot of potential. But now that we have, now that we've gotten DLC characters, or extra little additions like Pyramithra, Joker when he released, Kazuya, Min, all of these guys, they've been kind of pushed to the side. But that doesn't mean these characters are weak. So we get to see some pretty good games overall.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say Ultimate's an incredibly well balanced game where anywhere from like characters that are like 10th on the tier list to like honestly like 60th, I would say, are relatively close. They're not. It's like by far the best balanced Smash game, and there isn't a huge gap between the top character and the bottom character. There is quite a gap. But if you ignore the top 5 and probably bottom 3, it is a very balanced game. So I don't believe we have any of those characters I would consider in kind of in that top 5. So it's very much whoever you want to play. It's open game, but especially some of those characters like that we do have. So like Villager, they are particularly uncommon. So unless you have either really thought about it or have played a lot of it, some of these things might catch you off guard. Like you might get killed by bowling ball early, incredibly early.
Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, Smash 4 is the most balanced fighting game. Once you take out literally every character. Have you ever heard of Bayonetta?
I was gonna say, I think you have to take out every character. But now we are getting into the match.
If we play Mario versus Mario, maybe Smash 4.
Yeah, no.
In this early game for Smash Bros, we are seeing Whippy get some absolutely devastating early damage, getting 76% basically for free, almost getting a full kill off of 2 hits after that.
I would say Whippy's been done so, and that might be stock right there. Great DI, but he's been doing a great job of really getting in, not letting Plant play his game of pretty much just throwing out Patui. So he's first kept him either hitting him or disadvantage, and that was a great call out by Whippy, but unfortunately that Alolan Whip did not hit. I like the idea of going for the top there, because I don't think off the side will kill. But no, Whippy's just been doing a great job in keeping the Plant on his toes, and that's the first stock.
Does Alolan Whip change its knockback depending on how you input it?
Yes. So there is 2 timings on it. Well, 3 timings. Such a big chunk of damage. He's just running him down, and the Plant is responding in kind. I think he should probably be trying to play a little bit more patient. Ooh. That could have been over down fight.
Whippy's doing some absolutely devastating edge guarding.
The Plant's just running right into Whippy, and Whippy's just punishing, calling out everything. But no, about Alolan Whip, it has 3 timings. It has a failed timing where you just bounce back. It has one that goes up, and then it has one that, like that really powerful one that zooms in.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll be losing our first stock in this game, I believe, to a side smash from the...
Up smash from Piranha Plant. But no, Whippy's just been doing an amazing job of calling out these aggressive options. Like, I think he's 6 for 7 on Revenge. Why did I say that?
I hear that's a pretty funny number for the Smash team.
No. Please not. Yeah, no. I love that idea with Whippy of trying to bait out an air dodge. But no, he's just close, right? Real close right now in percentage. And I'm Piranha Plant. I really want to steal that kill. Armor doing so much on that
on the Piranha Plant.
Might be able to. Unfortunate air dodge. Must have gotten buffered. And Whippy was able to keep that stock, which is huge and gets Miami University counter pick into the next round, which is going to be great.
with characters like Incineroar and Piranha Plant, we see kind of a goofy little cat and mouse game, puns aside. More like cat and plant game, but
Yeah.
where Incineroar is just trying his best to get on top of the plant. And that game, he was on top of the plant.
Yeah, I definitely think that he was very much. I think the plant played that just quite a bit aggressive, and I maybe would have loved to see the plant trying to play a much more patient game because it really felt like the plant wanted to interact with Incineroar, and that is not something that you really want to be doing. You kind of want to play your own game, and yes, revenge is scary, but I would love seeing some Patuis to try and bait out revenge, and or some other options to try and make it at least threaten options, but even not try and like go for them. Because it really felt like Whippy was able to call out the plant on every single option, and that's a great job done by Whippy. But I also think that it would have been great to see maybe a couple times where the plant either didn't throw out an option or kind of tried to stay just outside of burst range. Because it very much felt like the plant wanted to be on top of Incineroar, and that did not work out well.
Yeah, incredibly difficult for any character, really, to be in the cat's face. As a character, he's rather heavy. You can't really launch him that far that early. He does an incredible amount of damage. But as a trade-off, he's rather slow, and his recovery is lacking.
Yeah, quite linear sometimes.
So taking a character like Piranha Plant with projectiles as strong as Patui and the Poison Cloud makes it kind of an interesting choice for the plant player, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things where you don't want to throw out that many projectiles because revenge, but at the same time, that is Piranha Plant very much. And going into their counter pick, it's going to be PT. So definitely, I think a good option. I am slightly missed SD there, unfortunately.
Notably, Simpson College does have the type advantage right now with Squirtle versus Incineroar. I do believe in an earlier game, Pokemon types actually mattered. I think in Brawl.
It was Brawl, yes. Brawl Pokemon types did matter. But no, I do like the PT pick because both Ivysaur can very much punish Incineroar's recovery, as well as, although we were just talking about how the plant doesn't want to really be that close to Incineroar, Squirtle can just out-button Incineroar up close. And
characters like Ivysaur can use their much longer buttons and more, I guess, ranged options more effectively once Squirtle can get characters like Incineroar and other enemies to higher percentages. Yeah. Especially with down air, I believe, being an incredibly early kill move.
Yes,
right?
Especially off stage, Ivysaur down air is absolutely devastating, especially with characters like linear recoveries. That nearly killed.
Did he just swap Pokemon to dodge?
Yes, as invincibility. Yes.
Okay.
So that is a great option. Especially now that you're at higher percent, I do think Charizard's probably the play right now. Wow, Charizard's heavy, but Incineroar back throw overage does so much, and down smash calling out the rollback to center stage. But no, Incineroar just does so much damage with. Wow, and Squirtle's no jump, so wow, great recovery. But man, Whippy's playing absolutely insane with them at ledge. Like, he's been able to call out pretty much like every single option. He's playing great right now. But now, once Incineroar is in disadvantage, that's where we saw him just rack up so much percent from Ivysaur.
Yeah.
So
with this game, we're seeing little interactions between both players where it really is just whoever can get their hands on the other will start racking up percentages. Like, we just saw Ivysaur just barely start attacking Incineroar, and bam, like 30%, right?
Yes.
Up from like 60, right? Yeah. So, and like with as good of a kill options as both of these characters have, especially in the context of this game, it makes it very. Oh
yeah,
what?
That's the problem with being in against Ivysaur specifically. That down air is absolutely humongous. But something I wanted to mention earlier about Whippy was I absolutely loved his decision. Ivy on ledge. Although this is something very small that I very much enjoyed. When Ivy was on ledge, it was a drop down uppy, which Ivysaur often do to kind of like call out just being kind of just unaware of that. And although he didn't get any punch off it because he is very slow, I really loved his dash back. Like I felt like Whippy just played incredibly well, and he did a great job in getting Miami the counter pick. And now we're gonna see who Miami throws in for PT. Off the top of my head, I'm actually not sure who they would put in. Because PT is a very much a all around has pretty much most of the Pokemon have good matchups, kind of because they're all designed very differently and they kind of all do their own thing. So PT runs pretty evenly into most of the cast. So I'm very curious on what Miami is going to actually throw out against this PT.
Personally, I think we're going to see our Splatoon character, Inkling. I think we're going to see our Inkling player. Last time we saw Simpson College, our Inkling player may or may not have taken 4 people out in the last game. Which by may or may not, I mean they dumpstered. It wasn't close. They had that, right? And for relatively speaking, for characters like Squirtle, Ivysaur, Charizard, what are they going to do with a character as fast as Inkling running around, right? Like Squirtle could catch up. Ivysaur has the buttons to try and suffocate them, but Inkling got a bomb. Inkling can ink from afar, get some extra little chip. Inkling doesn't have to play in your face, but once they are, you're going to get dumpstered a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say Inkling's a great character because they can do a very great job of kind of like double tapping your shield to pretty much hitting you on the way up and on the way down. And there's not really much you can do about it. Inkling just in general is like very much hits your shield, runs away. And PT can struggle with that, especially Charizard. I'm not sure what buttons you would have as Charizard to hit Inkling, both just in general and dash dancing. Because Inkling has a very good dash that kind of changes the hurt box of Inkling to make it much harder to hit. So I don't know if we're going to go with Inkling. We actually, unfortunately, I wish I knew what characters we were going, but we do not. So we're going to kind of see how they decide to play this. I really don't think there's really any bad options in the PT. It's just going to be very much dependent on kind of who they think. They got to focus on the first person. That's like the main priority. That's one thing that you got to really focus on in crew battles is make sure you get rid of the threat ahead of you. If you look too far ahead, which sometimes we do struggle with this of like trying to think too far ahead of like, oh, what's the next counter pick? Sometimes it is good to just say, we are going to send in someone. We can make sure we can take the next 2 stocks and see if we can get any extra credit on the next person. So crew battles are very much, that's one great thing about crew battles is very much see what you can do in the moment. And you got to kind of focus on what you can do.
Yeah. For crew battles especially, like I played Smash Bros. A little bit in high school, where all of our things were, if you got your person, you did your job. You got the person you were supposed to win against, right? Once you start taking stocks off of future players, that's when you're doing more than you need to. It's always good to get those extra stocks, like Whippy did, right? With that first stock against Pokemon Trainer, but once you start getting like more and more and you start like really impacting the future players, it makes it so much easier for the rest of your team. Yeah. Going into this second game, we'll be heading to Final Destination and sending in our NACE, which makes a bit of sense, right? Like similarly to Inkling, NACE plays his own game, right?
Yes. I was gonna say, I do like this counter pick. That's a great PK Fire, calling out and doing nothing.
Yeah. With NACE, this character is rather oppressive pressure. Like in a lot of loops to get rather high percent really early. Like you can do PK Fire into PK Fire. You could really be that guy. You could be online NACE if you wanted. Or you can PK Fire into or jumping forward air, right? As quick little ways to rack up a lot of percentages while getting ready and knock people away from the stage, where you can start edge guarding with your yo-yos. You can start jumping up and pestering them with projectiles like PK Flash or PK Thunder.
Yeah.
Right. The NES is like a character designed to be a little annoying loser that does everything just well enough to be a threat while not being a character most people think of as amazing off the top of their head.
Yeah, I am. One thing that does kind of stand out to me is I'm a little intrigued by the stage choice, because in general, I say Ness has better aerials than all of the Pokemon. Oh, and unfortunately I didn't kill. That was such a great call out of a defensive option there with that up smash. And that is the stock. So Rave is going to even it back up, putting us up a stock ahead. Really got to be finding those hits. That's like the key thing with Ness right now is once, as you said, like can do a ton of damage, and that forward smash could have been absolutely deadly. But once Ness can get this should be an opening. Yes. Ooh, great DI. DI up, which messed up the forward air off of that.
Yeah. Like right now, we're just seeing both two little fast guys being rather small at each other, just trying to get a meaningful hit. Like the Pokemon trainer from Simpson has gotten a meaningful amount of percentages, but at this point, if we wait 4 minutes and 20 seconds, which isn't going to happen in the Smash Bros. Game, we're going to see a win for Miami.
Yeah. I think the Squirtle so far has been doing a great job. So I'm a little intrigued by this decision to change, because Ivysaur is a big body. And I think that once you're stuck in like a PK Fire, especially as big bodies, it is hard to escape. But at the same time, Ivysaur, if Ivysaur can hit a fair off stage, just immediately he's back to even.
Yeah. That was with as good a secure options as Ivysaur has, as we see them go for with a down air or like a down smash, the difficulty with this position is Ivysaur is playing a very similar game to Ness right now, where it's, yo, you're at high percentage, let me knock you off real quick so I can start an oppressive, I forget what it's called, oppressive edge guarding thing.
Yeah. I don't hate that recovery of going high, because there is threat of just down aired. Down air, up air is like what's really scary right now. That could have been very dangerous. Now,
we do see Ness starting to not only perfect carry, but start to rack up percentages on Ivysaur. But
that is great DI by Rave, keeping him in the match. Although he did not have a jump, and that is going to be it.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. Well, he got one stock, and at least that's something, right? Yeah. If it was me in that situation, I would have gotten 0, right? So I can't say much. But overall, it was a fun match to watch, right? A bit kind of like a dance, honestly.
I would say dance is an amazing way of describing it, because PT did a great job of pretty much we saw very little Charizard, but both Ivysaur and Squirtle was doing a great job of dashing in and out and kind of just baiting out punishes. I am still just a little confused on. I don't think FD was a great choice as stage. I would have loved to see, honestly, any stage of a platform, because I think what Rave really struggled with in that match was kind of maneuvering around the stage, because Ness doesn't have amazing ground speed, doesn't have particularly amazing airspeed as well. And I felt like the PT did an amazing job of kind of weaving in and out, as you said, kind of like a dance. Very much weaving in and out and staying just outside of where Rave really wanted to be and really getting in those hits. So pretty much, and when he did get those hits, it was usually kind of rising aerials, got into combos, back airs into uppies. Ivysaur hit 4, 5, 6 uppies, and just didn't. I'm scared out of the face, because I even was about. I'm having a day.
Yeah, but you gotta avoid the number after 6, right?
Yeah.
6, and then that next number.
Yeah, no, I literally said out loud. I'm like,
I heard it hits 9 sometimes.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 7, 8, 9. Very hungry.
Can you repeat that real quick?
No. But yeah, no. Yeah, he was just hitting great uppies. Really like the decision of staying away from Charizard. With Charizard, pretty much only to recover like a few times. And I believe he even got a kill with Charizard and immediately switched off, which was something that in the first Simpsons match, if I remember correctly, he didn't really do much switching at all. And kind of stayed a little bit more on the characters. And I think he's done it very much chose the right characters to be at the right time. So that puts him, and with Rave, with them now kind of being a character ahead, even if just one stock, they now have counterpick, which I think is going to be a very huge thing for this next game. So going into what we assume is probably going to be a so English. Sorry. What we're going into next, which is probably going to be a Diddy Kong Me Brawler. So with and then Charizard. It's one of those things where it's like, what do you want to send in next? Let's say we take the stock. Who do we want to send in and take the stock and go pretty much even into what's next? My personal pick, probably Bowser. I would love to see Camaraderie just take some stocks and play. Just watching him play is a lot of fun because he will go for a lot of things, but he's also an incredibly great player at adapting. So I would kind of love to see Camaraderie. I don't know if that's the path they're going to choose, because I don't know how Camaraderie might do against like Me Brawler, because Me Brawler is a scary fella. I have Me Brawler experience, a lot of Me Brawler experience, and I like to call that trauma. That's more close to what that actually is. And we decided to go with AJ on Inkling. So we're gonna see how he's going to be able to do with this. I think that is another good pick to go in. I believe last crew battle he did do particularly well against PT, and I believe he did well. I want to say he did well game 3 against Me Brawler. So we'll see how this goes, and he's doing a great job of kind of getting in. That's something we didn't really see much of, like last one with the NES, wasn't really getting in. And if you want to go back to type matchups, this is a bad type matchup for Ink.
Water?
Yeah, Inkling is one of few characters that actually take damage from water in this game.
Really?
It's not relevant because Water Gun doesn't actually do damage, but on stages like Defino Plaza, he actually is one of few characters. Wow, 2 amazing. Wow. Yeah, that got him out of berry, so that killed so much earlier. Wow.
Yeah.
That was very quick, 51 seconds, and that was including the SDs. So that was very, very well done by AJ.
For the fans at home, Inkling's a bit of a weirdo character where depending on how much ink you have, like depending on like when you can paint the stage and you can hit them with your ink weapons, depending on how much ink you have, Inkling will do more damage and knock you back further. So notably, our Inkling player had used the roller to ground them, put them in a state where they're going to get hit by the next move regardless, and then you took advantage of the rather ink state that the roller does to use an up smash, which not only applies a little bit more ink, but sets up for a perfect off the stage to the top blast zone.
Yes.
Which I believe, I think that was Smashville, right?
Yes, we are in Smashville, so
that was Smashville, and I believe that stage has a relatively small blast zone. So, as an option, that was a very good way to get a character as light as Squirtle specifically off the stage and off of their last stock as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Especially with how dominant they seem to be last round.
Yeah, Squirtle is definitely a character that you very much wants to be on you and pressing buttons. And AJ did an amazing job of that game of just keeping him kind of at that distance, and when he was close, was just pressing buttons better, which is a stupid way of saying it. But it was pretty much using the quick moves that Inkling has, because Inkling does have a lot of really quick moves that do. And once you get your combo starters, so those back airs into grab or back airs into nairs, like Inkling can do a lot of damage, especially when getting inked. Those inking moves being neutral B, down B, side B, jab, forward throw. I think that's all of them. But when you do have, as he said, as my co-caster said, when they do have ink on him, it does so much. It does a lot more damage. And something that Inkling can struggle with that we did not see is Inkling can struggle to kill if you don't get rollers, like if you don't hit rollers or you don't call out something with like a forward smash. Inkling can struggle to kill. And so that was really, really great by AJ of finding that opportunity, hit like 2 rollers, it was able to do so much damage and secure that kill with up smash.
Yeah.
So that's a great job. And now they're Simpson College is going to be back at kind of drawing board into kind of they got to figure out what do they want to counter pick. We assume it's probably either Me Brawler or Diddy Kong. So I'm going to guess. Man, I've been like 0 for 4 in guesses, but I'm going to continue to try and guess because eventually I got to get it right?
You'll get one. You'll get your one. That's all.
Yeah, I think they're going to put in. I want to say me Brawler.
Then I'll say Diddy Kong. We'll flip this. And then whoever wins this is clearly the better Smash player, right?
Yes,
Like
clearly.
our varsity player or some random dude that played in high school. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see how this goes because eventually I gotta get one right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm very curious. I'm very curious what their character is going to be, because that was very much a great performance by AJ, and if he's feeling hot, he plays extremely well when he is hot.
Yeah, he was feeling hot last time. I can tell you that. Last time against Simpson College, at least, definitely ran home. We said this already, but regardless, for this next stage, I'm personally not only because of my co-casters predicting me Brawler, I'm personally expecting to see Diddy Kong, because last time we saw Diddy Kong kind of ran some fade, right? Last time, where it was an incredibly difficult character for the majority of our team to play. And what it looks like is,
darn it,
I'm officially the better Smash player. As we see Diddy Kong going into this first game, already starting to put up on the hurt for AJ and their Inkling.
Yes. So this is very much a matchup where these are both characters that want to be very close to you and going to be doing a lot of damage. So in many ways, Diddy Kong is kind of just better Inkling in some ways because Diddy Kong doesn't struggle as much to get kills because of Banana. Banana can secure kills extremely early because it causes a trip, and then you can pretty much do whatever you want after it. So another thing I remember about this Diddy Kong is their movement is very, very good. So they are hard to hit with a lot of peanut gun cancels. So we're going to see a lot of tricky movements, and that was an amazing Z-drop. Barely did not secure the kill, but that was a great Z-drop. And so far, I would say that Diddy Kong has just been incredibly aggressive, but has been very good with like using banana peels in very good situations.
Yeah, like this Diddy Kong has been really playing around the banana. Once they've placed it, they've kind of sat on it. They've kind of played it specifically to get the banana onto our Inkling, who now has the banana for themselves.
Yeah.
We'll see if the little squid can do better with the banana than the monkey can, and it does look like they can.
Yeah, I was gonna say those were great ideas by AJ. Unfortunately, none of them played out, but they were very good at, and a run back forward smash, going to take that stock and even it back up. So this is still very, very close. Just a couple hits from Inkling. If we can get a grab, as stated, a grab can do a lot of fascinating. Not sure what that up B accomplished, but did eventually get him off. So
the up B did enough psychic damage to stall our varsity player. So surely something must have happened to AJ, right?
Yeah. I really like the way AJ's using banana. Diddy Kong's being very safe about using banana and kind of like running out and baiting kind of using banana. Oh, and that's a berry. Great match by Diddy to get out of there. But no, the Diddy Kong's been doing a great job of baiting using banana, and great DI. But baiting using banana, and that's causing AJ to run in, and AJ's been catching some hands from this Diddy Kong from doing that.
Yep. Both players are at very high percentages right now, which both characters can just kind of kill at this point, right?
Yes.
Diddy Kong with an up smash, at least out of shield, I know is pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, most Diddy aerials will kill by now. Inkling's probably going to need to find a smash attack and or a forward air off near side of the stage, and that up smash is going to take it.
Yeah. At this point, AJ's primary goal is to get this second stock.
Get the last stock, and try and limit the amount of extra credit that the Diddy Kong can do with this stock.
Yeah. All it really takes is one good hit to make Inkling take this second stock. But Diddy Kong is not making it easy, especially with this banana.
Yeah. I've really been liking some of these forward smashes that AJ is going for, and why does great up smash. It's going to take it and bring it back to last stock. I don't know why. There it is. There's the ink. So now, once Diddy Kong gets hit, if Diddy Kong gets hit, the damage is going to be higher.
Yeah. At this point, we are seeing our players kind of do a little bit of, I wouldn't say dancing at this point. It's kind of, I would say monkeying around, honestly.
Yeah. It's
Where,
very much a movement-based. Diddy Kong is very great with movement. Inkling also has just great movement in this. Some great back airs from. We're pretty much. It's gonna be. Oh my! What a play by AJ! That was an amazing downer and the pop off. That was sick. Oh, that was so nice. But no, that downer was absolutely amazing. Bringing him back to a tech chase. Oh, and at the huge stock, pulling us ahead and pulling us into counter pick into last character, which we do assume is going to be Me Brawler. But that was an absolutely amazing interaction with just that reset with that down air. Oh, that was really juicy. Really, really nice. Amazing job by AJ there.
yeah, with potential Me Brawler on the lookout, that character kind of can steal stocks pretty easily, especially with characters that aren't on the chunkier side in terms of weight, right? Which Inkling is, I believe, on the lighter half of the roster, at least.
Yes, definitely on the lighter half. But it also very much depends on Me's Brawler's biggest threat is going to be any combination of moves into Thumper, which is going to be his up B, which is going to kill off the top. So this first one's going to be a little bit more rough because you do give Me Brawler what stage he wants. Me Brawler is amazing on quite a few stages. But he's going to struggle a little bit more on if let's just say AJ doesn't take all 3 stocks. Me Brawler's going to struggle a little bit more without having counter pick. So that is this was an absolutely huge stock for Miami to take, and I think that's very much put them in the lead, both just being ahead and absolutely final stage really matters against Me Brawler because Me Brawler can take stocks at the drop of a hat. He is such a character that's like you get a couple hits and you get grabbed at platform and you can be dead. So it's very much we're gonna see how this goes. I think I'm very much curious how the rest of the match is going because it's been a very, very good match so far.
Yeah. Notably, Me Brawler isn't only a one-trick pony on melee. He does have a pretty scary projectile in Shot Put Ball, which is almost like a mini bowling ball from Villager, right? Where it's just at like kind of a wider arc. It does a lot of knockback for a projectile, and isn't actually that slow. It's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a very good move. But I believe if Me Brawler doesn't run it, he might be running it here because you have to. I don't know. We aren't gonna see what it is, but you have to declare. I think he runs. If I remember correctly, he runs Flashing Mach Punch, which is a very, very strong neutral B. Instead of Shot Put, but it does have. Shot Put is an amazing move. That move lingers for ages, but. And this is where we're actually going to see, is it going to be Me Brawler? It is Me Brawler. But Flashing Mach Punch can do so much damage in Kalos. Curious.
It's an interesting stage.
I wonder now. Kalos is it's an okay Me Brawler stage. It isn't amazing, but it's especially good if you have a lead. But Me Brawler does not have lead.
Well, they have a relative lead.
Well, yes. But Me Brawler friends on the stage, especially since we don't have the timer as the correct rule set. Maybe I should tell Sam that. But yeah, Me Brawlers can just do a lot of damage with up airs, back up, just pretty much finding strings into up airs, as well as you'll see a lot of up tilts coming out. Oh, nice combo from AJ. But you're going to see a lot of up tilts because that is so much damage, especially with so much ink now on. It's very yeah. Now in kill percent, if we can find a roller or we can find just a straight smash attack, probably be enough to kill right now.
Yeah. This game has kind of been a little bit all over the place in terms of this neutral, especially with both characters being at such a high percentage. All it really takes is one good move, and then
And there it is. That is what Flashing Mach Punch does so well. It's a great move at ledge. Try and call out neutral, get up, and jump. As well as... My bro just died. Water.
Hydrate, everybody. This is your hydrate, Jack.
Hydrate. Yeah, no. Flashing Mach Punch does an amazing job both at ledge of covering a lot of options, as well as it can be comboed into by up air, which kills at like 80%. I've spent time labbing out Mii Brawler because I've had to play this character a lot. So, the current Miami doesn't have as much experience because we used to have a Miami player, that being Scoops. So a lot of the older Miami players do have a lot of experience. I think Whippy's the only one with experience, and Whippy's has already came in the Screw Battle. So my gut feeling is, based off experience alone, I think Camaraderie is probably your best pick. I don't know if Camaraderie has any sets, but he's been a local player for a while, so I'm pretty sure he has some sets with Scoops. So I think Camaraderie would be my guess on who goes in right now. And Bowser does do a good job of, he's very heavy, so he's going to live a while. The only dangerous thing is he's a big body that gets comboed quite easily, as well as down throw Brumper has a very large gap that it's going to be true for.
Yeah. Personally, I think Villager would be the better choice, especially with the tools they have available to be able to kind of keep Mii Brawler out. Because what's better than not getting hit in the first place, or what's better than getting hit and being heavy enough to take it,
is keeping them out.
Keeping them out in the first place, right? Especially with edge guarding scenarios, Mii Brawler not known to have the best edge guarding. I did think we saw a side kick, like what was essentially like
burning drop kick, yes, which is pretty much just, it's a side B move for distance, good for recovery. I assume. I mean, it'd be wild if he isn't running flip jump. So flip jump's another move that's going to be used for recovery. So usually side B, down B is usually for Mii Brawler going to be those recovery moves. Brumper it does enough damage and it does hit ledge, but as Villager, if Villager can call out flip jump, bowling ball will do a lot of damage. So I don't think Villager would be a bad choice. I think I'm gonna be wrong again. I'm still gonna say I think Bowser is they're gonna be going with, especially as Nair of Mii Brawler is going to trade with Slingshot, if I remember correctly. So Mii Brawler can definitely struggle getting in, because although Mii Brawler has a lot of burst range, just Villager is a hard character to get into. But it's another case of we'll see, and I'm gonna be wrong again, and I'm gonna be 0 for 5.
No, you need to lock in. Be real here. You can get it.
I get it eventually.
You'll get it.
If we're here long enough, eventually I'm going to get it.
I mean, if we're here for 3 games, you got to get at least one. Come on.
Yeah, eventually.
Statistically,
I'm running 1 and 4s. Now I'm running a 1 and 2. I ran a 1 and 2 last time, so like I gotta get it soon enough.
Exactly. Anywho, in terms of maps, what do we expect to see from Miami?
So very much depends on the character. Bowser, we're probably looking at Kalos. The bans are going to be Battlefield. It's going to be PS2. Or this is what we're not going to go to, because we don't actually have to ban. Mii Brawler is going to ban, so very much depends on what Mii Brawler bans. But we're not going to be going to Battlefield. We're not going to be going to PS2, and we're probably not going to go to Hall of Bastion. Probably not Small either. Those are the stages that I would be like, I don't know why you would willingly take Mii Brawler there unless you're better at laddering people than Mii Brawler. And the answer is I don't think anyone is, other than maybe Steve. But Steve plays his own game. So we don't really need to talk about Steve here.
You mean Steve from Minecraft playing Minecraft in Super Smash Bros?
Yeah. That's Steve. Yeah, my favorite Steve.
That guy goes crazy.
Yeah.
Shout out Lunar.
Yes, Lunar is there, and he is. Yes, I do enjoy. That's the only time I enjoy Steve on screen. And even sometimes when there's been some Steve dittos where I want to leave the building sometimes.
Would you eat a shoe if Steve ditto?
Last time I took a nap on the floor. So
actually,
maybe that was Sonic Steve. That
sounds about right.
That was a rough crew battle, I will admit.
Yeah.
Anytime there's more than one Steve, please never make me do that again.
Yeah. Steve bashing aside, funny character, funny block man. Um, I'm I'm not expecting the battlefield. Part of me wants to say for Villager, we're gonna look for wider maps that might have closer. I would say upper and upper and lower blast zones, but a closer blast zone in general, because all it really takes is one stray hit for either player, but Villager can get their stray hit earlier,
Yeah,
or easier,
it's
right?
kind of are they and nowhere, because I feel like Kalos is very good for both of our characters, and the fact that Me Brawler chose to go to Kalos over maybe some of the other choices he had tells me a lot about the fact that I don't think he's going to ban Kalos against either Bowser or um, Villager, and both of those are going to be incredible stages for our characters. So I just think there's a very high chance that we do go Kalos. I don't know I think Town would be better, but I don't foresee them leaving Open Town.
You know what? We're not going to Town and City. We're going to Great Cave Offensive. Watch
Yeah. So we kind of went to Battlefield. This is going to be FD variant Battlefield, and I was wrong again. It's Villager. I'm a little sad now, but no, I do think Villager, especially the fact that we're allowed to go FD, which Me Brawler is going to struggle on FD, because he's not going to find those platforms to do those extensions. So, and so far Ivy's been doing a great job of pretty much just staying by ledge and just playing very, very patient, very don't let the Me Brawler on. Just pretty much like don't let the Me Brawler in. The only thing scary about ledge is the chance of getting down aired. But so far, Ivy's been doing a great job of just calling out these jumps. And honestly, the more slingshots you get hit by, the more likely you are to make a careless mistake, which that is what I would say that was.
Yeah.
He just didn't assume that tree was going to linger as long as it did. And now we're back to just going to be Ivy's just going to run away and throw out projectiles. I really like these. I both like and really dislike these burning drop kicks to try and get in. The only thing I worry about with the Me Brawler using burning drop kicks is that if you miss, I'm shocked that caught jump. But yeah, no, that's why this over shot put, why it's running that. That is incredibly good.
Yeah. At this point, we are watching kind of a bit of a keep away game happening, where Villager is trying their absolute best to stay away from Me Brawler, but unfortunately it will not stick, with Me Brawler getting the eventual last hit to send a 130% Villager out to the not so early grave, I would say.
Yeah.
But on the upside, Villager did get a meaningful percent lead in that previous fight.
Yeah. Oh, just was a little too greedy with that jab. Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, and a great accented tree doing so much percent, and now Me Brawler is very much a kill percent.
Yeah,
and
especially if he gets hit by another tree.
Yes, and that was the confirmation that he is running a flip jump, because I don't think we've seen that before. So we're just gonna very much see if I've seen Scary Worlds, but no, we're just gonna see how. Right now, I'm a little worried about Pandora staying so close to the ledge. It's good, but I don't really want to see. This is like that scary territory where like a back air could do a lot of damage, might even kill at this percent. Yeah, and the burning drop kicks that I was talking about earlier, fascinating. I love that decision. I find that as a crazy decision trying to. I don't know if he intentionally tried to hit the tree, but because it is an active hitbox and tree pokes, so we got 2 tree kills here today.
Yep.
Oh, this might be a lot of damage.
I think that tree, the tree punching that was happening there, was either an attempt to be a kung fu master, or an attempt to catch a roll recovery. We do see the wood come out from the tree, making an extra little projectile for a villager to be able to throw out and pester Me Brawler with, because at this point it's just we're in percent gain. We're trying to get as much percent as possible.
As much extra credit on this stock as possible, and that's a wonderful flip jump. First time he's used it to try and call out an option.
Almost That is 3 planks of wood in this
I was
game.
gonna say I don't know the odds of that, but I don't feel like it's that likely. Okay, we're villager. We are so fine. Yeah, but me Brawler did do a great job of bringing us back to neutral. There's a flip jump. One of the things that Ivy's been particularly struggling with getting tree out because this me Brawler's been doing a great job of punishing, trying to put out sapling. And why does that trade?
That is a 4th wood block coming out
Yeah.
from the tree. At some point, Super Smash Bros. Is going to crash because I guess, like, what's more likely, Nintendo server surviving or 4 planks of wood?
4 planks of wood. I don't actually know. You know. Oh. Yeah. It's very much a key boy game. This is Villager of No Jump, and I don't think scary territory here. Great jump away to get out of the frumper that would have secured his stock. And now we're gonna see just a little late on that. That would have been a setup that would have broken the shield. But we are in that tight situation where me Brawler has a lot of moves that are going to kill here, especially at this percent. Back arrow kill, as well as any just an up smash or even great back air, and that is going to take it. And Ivy with the pop off. That is a great game 1 that Miami took with a lot of great moments. Very clutch, just kind of that keep away. Didn't let me Brawler in and find that like very significant hit that the me Brawler really wanted.
Yeah. This is kind of what I was expecting from our villager matchup today, where while me Brawler's clapping the air, just going.
And, yeah, I was gonna say, and our resident villager main has proven that it is a 1.1% chance of 4 sapling or 4 wood blocks in a row.
Is it? So, it wasn't in a row, but it was in one match.
I think that was in a row. I think it was every single tree.
In a row. I think it was 3 in a row, but not every tree got it because like some trees despawn, some trees like.
Yeah, but I think because it only spawns if you cut it down. So I think every single one that got cut down was actually left a wood chip. So incredibly, and I think a lot of those were used decently well. But no, looking at the kind of whole match, I think Miami did a very great job. It was an incredibly close match, but Miami pulled away at all the moments they needed. Like they were very clutch when they needed to be clutch.
Yeah. At this point, we'll be waiting for game 2 to happen soon. And honestly, I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of expecting Piranha Plant to go out first again, either Piranha Plant or Diddy Kong, for Simpson College, because that's kind of the strategy they've been doing for a hot minute. But for our team, we're kind of chilling, right? We won our first game out of this best of 3, or best of 5. Do you remember?
This is going to be a best of 3.
All right, for this best of 3, and even though it was pretty close, we had pretty good performances overall. We had an incredible performance off of our Incineroar, an incredible performance off of our Villager, a great performance off of our Inkling, right? Like these 3 players, at the very least, not even all of Miami's players, did an amazing job in planting their flag down and saying, we are not losing at all. We're going to do our best. We're going to get as much as we can. And you're going to have to figure out a way to deal with it. Right? Yeah. Which Simpson just couldn't find a way.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of things that they're going to be taking from game 1 and telling themselves, like, this is stuff we learned. I definitely think there's some stuff that Miami learned and they're going to kind of think about and not worry as much. I think there's some things that they could have done a little bit better. But I definitely think that those are all things that are pretty minor and things that they can definitely improve on for game 2.
Yeah. Other than that, kind of expectations, other than other memes like 6-7 is that. Expectations, again, Piranha Plant or Diddy Kong first. For our team, I kind of want to see our Bowser show up at least a little bit. I want to give him some time in the sun. But maybe if it's not in the cards, not in the cards. Right? Other than that, I kind of want to see our Inkling go up earlier, right? See how these other players interact with, and like how do they deal with Inkling? Because it was a problem last time, right?
Yeah. I think
Is it still a problem for them?
for them, Inkling is a bit of a. It's very much. I think PT's probably still they're going to be their best option to deal with Inkling. It's PT Diddy Kong. Those are the two that I think would struggle the least. They all have options. I think they're all like relatively even-ish matchups, but it's very much kind of player dependent, and I think some of them seemed a little lost on how to deal with it. So I think that they would probably send in. I've kind of forgot about the Diddy Kong. They probably send in Diddy Kong again for it. But I think the lead that I really want to see is going to be. I want to be seeing Rave. So I feel like he has the plant matchup experience, and even if they don't go plant, um, I don't really foresee them start. I feel like they should definitely not start with plant. That is my 100% honest opinion. I don't think it's wise for them to put out plant first. But I don't see Rave really doing terribly into any of them. I would love to see him not go to FD this time. I feel like that was like the big factor that I think caused the issues in game one. So I would love to see him probably not go FD, especially if he ends up. Because I do think there's a reasonable chance that honestly every single character on Simpsons universe or college's team, it's a fine
Simpsons
lead.
universe. Hit Simpsons universe. Isn't that the same IP that just got a Fortnite season 4? Right?
That
Like
sounds. Fortnite has anything and everything in it. So I was gonna say you could say literally anything that came in, and I would not be surprised.
we are actually seeing a current Fortnite season. Imagine if Jonesy Fortnite got into Super Smash Bros. Next time. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I will. I don't know how I feel about that. It's one of those things that I don't. I think it'd be a creative. I think it'd be a really creative fighter. Ignoring the fact it's just another guns character, I think building mechanics would be really interesting and a lot of fun. But I'm also, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. It's like then Smash Bros is directly connected to what even has been in Fortnite.
Marvel
Family
comics.
Guy? Has Family
Yes.
Guy been in it?
Yeah.
So like
Peter
Family
Griffin's
Guy,
in there.
Marvel,
Rick and Morty,
like
Ariana Grande, Marshmello, the singer. I think there's probably a Marshmello skin, the not singer, but like an actual Marshmello,
they're
probably.
no, almost undoubtedly,
Right.
undoubtedly.
Like we have a banana peel in there. We've got what? What else? We got a banana peel. We've got a literal blonde guy, or just a dude, right? John Fortnite. We've got Travis Scott, at the very least. Ariana Grande, Rick and Morty, Family Guy, now The Simpsons. I think Bob's Burgers is also in there.
Bob's Burgers just sounds like it has to be there with
Right.
the other shows that have been named so far. But no, it's like, do you want a character in Smash Bros? Not only is connected to all that, but also is going to play like Steve and Snake combined, most likely.
Well,
I feel like they could do a lot of really cool things with it, but looking at, I would just blame COVID for Steve.
imagine a character that instead of placing blocks, broke the stage.
Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah,
that's just Nightmare Fuel. I mean, I do really enjoy Pokemon Fudge. What is that stage? It's the brawl stage that has it. Giratina, like not Giratina. Palkia,
Space-Time
like
Pillar.
Yes, Space Time Pillar. That stage gets broken. I thoroughly enjoy that. So,
like, just imagine a Fortnite playable character where like their neutral be, instead of like mining for blocks, you're breaking the stage apart, and the opponent's like, please don't take away my platforms. That's why I picked this stage.
I feel that would be incredibly creative, but like at the same time,
and the anti-Steve.
the anti-Steve. But no, that'd be so hard. I gotta go back to game design brain and say like, gosh, that'd be so hard to do. I mean, they made Steve. You just make a box. That's an entire like how you build blocks. You gotta figure out where you can build, where you can't. It's difficult, but it's not insanely difficult. Breaking stages, that's hard. That's hard.
Have Jonesy look at the screen and start breaking your monitor from the inside. I mean, like, surely that's possible, right?
Doki Doki Literature Club up this this game.
Let's get Monica in here.
Yeah, no, yes. That'd be a great.
where she just deletes the other character in the middle of the game.
That's a banger final smash though.
Final
Oh,
smash.
yeah.
That's a neutral special. For her neutral special, Monica deletes your character.
You gotta play entirely blindfolded the rest of the stock.
Yeah, not even blindfolded.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Nah, she deletes buttons. Like the stage timer is removed.
They're gonna do that next game. They're gonna have characters delete buttons.
Oh,
I doubt it, but I don't doubt it at the same time. Because I mean, we have items that reverse your controls, and I could 100% see them taking away buttons as a character function. Man, that'd be miserable, but really cool.
but it would beat Steve.
It would beat Steve.
It would beat Steve.
We just gotta design characters off of what will beat Steve the next game.
Yeah. What'll like they either do Steve like they did Bayonetta and take him out back, or they let the funny Minecraft character stay, just as the funny Minecraft character wants to stay, and we get someone even funnier where they just say, "No special button for you," and then every sword fighter character and Fire Emblem character thrives.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did not take Bayo out back, and
Is she okay?
She's okay.
Oh,
she's okay.
That's some Smash player PTSD. Everybody,
my
get a picture.
My 1-24 record against Jared. It's at 24 now. It's bad. All I know is it's really bad. But Bayo has not been gutted as much as you would think. She still has touch deaths.
Of course.
Yeah. Bayo's still probably top 15, top 20.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. A lot higher than
I was gonna say early game she was considered very to kind of bad, but no, she's, as people realize, with the tools Bayonetta has, you cannot be a bad character.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Sonic. You just with what you have, you just can't be bad.
You mean spin again?
Yes, spin the character. Yeah.
Like again, Sonic is I spin, I jump, and I spin.
Yeah, it's like Diddy Kong, Snake, and Sonic. I don't think Sonic was actually amazing in Brawl, but like
Snake was in Brawl.
Snake was in Brawl. Yeah. Snake was top 5, I think, in Brawl. He was a great character in Brawl. And with that, we are going to be getting back into the match where we see our starters of.
What?
Okay, so hopefully
we might have a problem, guys.
So the problem is that so the reason why we're doing this is our little villager person decided we're gonna play on FD, but FD Battlefield, or it might have been them, or it might have been Simpson College. So what we wanted was PS2, because I was going to be very worried that we were running back to back to FD, because that's not what I would have loved to see. But I believe what we're actually going to be going to is PS2, but we're just going to go to like the actual PS2 instead of PS2 FD version.
Yeah.
So we are getting this run back, which I'm actually very looking forward to, because I do think platforms are going to help out Rave so much in this matchup with just being able to mix up kind of those PK fires, because he did hit a lot of PK fires, but just not you can't get as much reward if you're not doing it off of a platform. So just as stated, yes, we are going to be on PS2, and it's the beginning of game 2. So should be another really good match we're going to be watching here.
Last I checked, Ness should have a disadvantage, because even though he may be a normal psychic type, he does use fire type attacks pretty often. And last I checked, Squirtle's a water type. He doesn't care about fire. If this was Brawl, Ness would have one heck of a time.
I love how they spent so much time in Brawl, just adding that mechanic just to only have it work on PT and PT alone. But yeah, as we're seeing, Rave is going to play a lot more comfortable, kind of like staying near those plats, kind of using PK Fire to kind of try and ward Ivysaur away right now. I'm a little curious about the decision to switch to Ivysaur so early, considering how much damage Squirtle just did like the last time. So, but no, we're seeing a lot more. I feel like Rave feels a lot more comfortable now. We're kind of in his like forte, being near plats, and we're gonna see how this goes. But
that was a quick 40% off
yeah.
Of like 3 hits. What an interaction from Ivysaur. We will be seeing Rave probably panicking just a little bit to try and get something or some extra little extra damage off, something to try and get some lead into going into the next stock. But we will see a quick up air from Ivysaur, sending our nest into the Shadow Realm.
Yeah. Ivy's up air is humongous and does a lot of damage. But has kind of just continuing on. Like, this Ivysaur's pretty much been doing a great job with spacing out back airs and hitting those uppies. Like, hitting those uppies have done wonders so far in this match, because it's just kept Ness off the ground. And Ness in disadvantage can be particularly weak at times. So just been doing a great job in kind of keeping Ness out of Ness's comfort zone.
Yeah. I just noticed that when Ivysaur is using the special button, the actual Pokemon trainer model at the top left is actually commanding it a little bit.
Yes.
If you notice. That's kind of cool. Little interesting detail. While we do see Rave starting to try and make their way back on the stage off of a ledge position, trying to get anything we can to get a better position going into our next stock or into our next game.
Yeah, those ledge situations are very scary because of Ivysaur's down air is just so threatening. Oh, just outside of range for that up smash to hit. And we're kind of seeing that Rave is kind of getting back into, because he's been doing a great job when he's in advantage state. In advantage state, he's been doing a great job. Just barely misses the back air that would have secured the stock.
Wait, did that Pokemon trainer have voice acting?
Yes. Wow, that kills with that much rage.
That means Pokemon trainer in this game has more voice acting than modern Pokemon games.
Oh, that's true. And Rave is reminding us all that drinking water, good.
That's our stream's cue to hydrate yourself.
Yes.
Hydrate yourself
Hydrate.
now. Unfortunately, the attempt at ledge trapping with the yo-yo won't succeed, but we will see the first stock for Miami going into the second game, which is better than nothing. Right?
Yes.
Always better to start the next game, even if we're down a player.
Oh, if that PK Fire hit, that could have been the stock right there.
Yeah. Even if we maybe down a player or like down a few stocks, starting against just one less stock from one player makes such a big difference.
Yeah. I was gonna say Rave's he's definitely getting right back into it. Like, it is nearly even right now. He's just been catching out the Ivysaur for going for those buttons. I feel like Ivysaur's gotten a bit aggressive, which is kind of leading to it. Kind of like moving just a little too far in or getting a little careless of spacing around PK Fire.
Yeah, I really like the usage of down special from our Nest, using it as like a mini interrupt, not like an amazing one, but just that little bit of hit stun to make that approach just that much more difficult.
Yeah, he's just mixing it up just enough that the Ivysaur just doesn't seem to entirely know what to do. Guessed the wrong side on that, because that back throw would have taken the stock right there. Now, with Charizard coming out here, it is quite threatening, because Charizard's just one scary character, and Ness calls out. I want to say that was just a ledge hang, and it just caught Charizard's head, but that was a great up smash, taking the stock.
Yeah, it did look like Charizard was a little bit away from the ledge though, so it might have been like an attempt at like jumping backwards to try and save themselves, or an effort to avoid certain stuff that Ness can do.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ness is very dangerous on ledge with yo-yo. Depending on the character, sometimes down smash, sometimes up smash, but very, very dangerous on ledge. And as we kind of, now it's back to Ness is fully ahead. He's just been it felt like he's found his groove. Ray's found his groove and is now like, I feel like confident, even though he's like slightly losing.
What an incredible
he's just hitting all of those great air dodge to get back to ledge. The Ivysaur's been doing a great job of yep.
That's unfortunate. With a recovery as predictable as Ness's can be, it's incredibly easy for Pokemon Trainer, especially Ivysaur, to get the meaty down air.
Yeah, down air is such a good move, and the funniest part is it's the nerfed version of the move.
Nerfed.
That move used to be bigger.
Really? Was the animation bigger or just the hitbox?
Just hitbox.
Oh wow.
That move was very massive. They've decreased the size of, I believe, both sour spot and sweet spot. So that move used to be even larger than it is, and it's still an absolutely amazing move for two framing because it kills. It kills very, very well.
It's a 2-frame move?
No, so when you grab ledge, you have 2 frames where you can still get hit. So characters like Bowser Jr., Ness, and then characters of like some certain downers, like Ivysaur being one. I spoke Bowser Jr. first because I play Bowser Jr.
That's what was my joke. I was about to ask.
Yeah.
How does our Mindles man know what a Bowser Jr.
How
does?
does one know what a Bowser Jr. is? I mean, I don't know what a Bowser Jr. is. I know what an Iggy is, but I don't really know what a Bowser Jr. is.
Did you see that Bowser Jr. is the next main antagonist in the Mario 2 movie?
Yeah, I have. I kind of wanted his voice to be a little bit more like childish. Yeah, like whiny, like annoying.
I think the voice is like not like as annoying as it could be, but pretty annoying for what he's being portrayed as.
Yeah.
For those who don't know at home, hit movie the Mario movie is getting the Mario movie 2 coming soon, right? Where
is it not called Mario Galaxy?
And it might be the Mario Galaxy movie.
I want to say it's Mario Galaxy movie, but I actually don't know what it is, the official title of it. Like I know it's based off. I know it's based off Galaxy.
Yeah. Hit Mario game, by the way, awesome,
great game.
But that trailer dropped, I think, 2-3 days ago.
Yeah, very recently.
Yeah, recent release where we saw Bowser Jr. take on a form, like what was it, like a painter form that he had?
Yeah, it's the
like Paper Mario.
Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah. So while we're talking about like characters like Bowser Jr. getting ready for like these next couple games, like we know we have a Pokemon trainer. What if we just send in our own Pokemon and just have Incineroar do the funny Incineroar thing and say, whee! And then you send to the Blast Zone because it's like right over here where my arm is. That's the Blast Zone. Like this is our stage. That's the Blast Zone over there.
Yeah, we want them to go.
If I get pushed over there, I think I explode on the spot. Right? Like
yeah, it's just like slowly move away and I just start disappearing.
you'll see like an edited version of the Smash Bros. What is it? Pillar.
Yeah, just zooming in a screen. Yeah. But no, I do think Incineroar. Gosh, if I say it, it's not going to happen.
I'll say it. Incineroar is coming out next.
I do think Incineroar is going to be a good pick here because he does do well into the rest of the roster. I don't think there's anything that Incineroar would be particularly scared about. So I think Incineroar is a good pick here. I do really like. I do think that the Nest was a good lead. Unfortunate that it didn't play out as well as we wanted. I don't think we really want PG Nest because that doesn't sound particularly amazing for Nest. But that's just one of the things that like it's a bad draw at the beginning. What can you do about it? I am glad that Simpson College did decide to finally mix it up and to not Star Land. I just think that was a very wise tactical decision. And now we are going to be going back to see who we are sending in. And it is going to be Inkling.
Really? On Hollow Bastion, too.
Yes.
We will see our Pokemon trainer, I believe, dropping for two stocks?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, Rave took two stocks. So we're going to see if we can try and keep it even here.
Yeah. But a lot of this early match is going to be kind of like what we saw last time with, like, I think we saw Brawler versus Inkling, where both characters just kind of want to box each other for a little bit. And then whoever can get their damage off first kind of just takes over. As we can see here, like both of these characters have a lot of pressure that they can handle. Like maybe we'll see a similar situation where instead of being able to mash out of like a grounded state from Roller, we'll see Squirtle get hit with that Roller and up B again, or not up B, up smash again.
Yeah. Because I believe, this is what we put in last time against the PT, and I don't believe, I believe that, he's, as you stated, he is, wow, is that fair trading with, AJ was just as shocked as us. A fair trading with Nair? Back air? I don't know what that's traded with. But all I know is that took stock, and that does bring us back to 9-9. So we are back to like fully even. They do have the counter pick, but honestly, I'm not sure what they throw into the Inkling. I would think that they would want. It's probably Diddy Kong again. That would be my gut feeling. So pretty much leads us exactly where we were last time.
Yeah, there's a non-zero chance that, well, they're probably going to send in Diddy Kong regardless, right? But there's a non-zero chance that they send in a player like the Piranha Plant, or they send in one of their other players to try and get at least one stock off. Because like it's not going to be that great if we can't send in, like if we don't have a player that's good into Inkling. But we've seen before that our Inkling player does really well once they get a streak going, right?
Yes.
But if we lose the Diddy Kong for Simpson College, which is in my opinion one of their best players, or like their best player, it might make the later portions of this game a lot harder. So it could come down to, hey, when we send out our next guy, are we going to be sending out Diddy Kong and saying, hey, our guy can take your guy on in 3 and get the 3 stock lead? Or do we see like, hey, we're going to give you a Piranha Plant and say this guy is going to get at least 1 stock, and then have Diddy Kong come in with a lead, using that lead to like snowball in his own way, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like sometimes you think about doing that, but and they might be thinking about that exact same thought right now, saying, "Hey, we want to send in the plant and take 2," because the plant is so far has not taken particularly many stocks, and I think they want to probably find the matchup that the plant feels most comfortable in, and to try and take some stocks. Um, but at the same time, it's one of the things where if you let someone start feeling hot and you just let that lead like slowly disappear, it is incredibly hard to come back, even if you anchor with maybe your best 2 players or the players you expect to do the best. It still can be kind of it is hard and it's more stressful on those players if you are coming into a match where you have just you're already at a disadvantage, and it is very hard to play from a disadvantage. Being told like you need to take 5 stocks as a last person, um, even though that's not the hardest thing, like saying you need to just lose 1 stock against the first person, 1 stock against the second person, that's reasonable. You can do it, but it is a very difficult task trying to take. Usually, you'll be expected to take 3 stocks. That is what you're expected in a crew battle. You take 3, and if everybody takes 3, you win the game.
Yeah.
So once you're telling people you need to take 4, you need to take 5, it is extremely hard, and their choice is going to be me Brawler on Kalos again.
Yeah, this seems to be kind of like a comfort stage for our Mii Brawler. I guess when you've got a normal fighting type against whatever, I guess we're gonna call Inkling a dragon type just to, I don't know, make someone angry. I don't know. hey, chat, are we upset that Inkling's not a grass type, a dragon type?
Dragon type.
Let me know in the comments.
And we're on a Pokemon stage. We got to be giving them Pokemon lore.
Yeah.
But no, the stage isn't terrible for Mii Brawler, but it's also. I definitely agree with you. I think it's very much a comfort stage. Mii Brawler's can't kill us. Kalos has a high ceiling.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of cheese potential on platform. So if you find a grab on platform as Mii Brawler, at like even like this percent, probably even earlier than that, it's just a very scary place to be against Mii Brawler.
Absolutely. We will be seeing quite a bit of damage coming out from our Inkling here, where like next hit should be enough, or like next smash attack should be enough for both parties.
Yeah, if we can get a berry would be amazing here. Ooh, got a little greedy with that up smash, but not a particularly huge punish off of it.
Surprised to see that the Mii Brawler didn't go for the neutral B on ledge. Maybe choosing to try to cover for a little bit different options because of how our players reacted last match.
Yeah. Oh, and that was great up smash on the whiffed grab. But something I've been very curious about is this Mii Brawler really loves calls out an empty off of forward smash, and we're right back into it. Honestly not sure that's what AJ wanted, but he got it and he got the kill. That's what matters.
Yeah.
I think that is the thing right there that this Mii Brawler might be a little afraid of, for not using the neutral beat. I don't know how Ink trades with Flashing Mach Punch. That was a very scary forward smash coming out from Mii Brawler right there. But no, I think we're just in another situation where we're back to the Mii Brawler feeling like he can't really get in. Like after but he does more damage. Once he's in, he does a lot more damage. But it's very much felt like he's been great up smash out of shield, calling out the roller on shield. But it's just felt like he's been hit by like 20 back airs, and he's like, it's a question of will he get too aggressive and will he start trying side B? So I feel like side B is what's really gotten him punished so far, and that caught jump off ledge.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting from the last ledge situation from Ewalla. Trying to catch our Inkling.
Yeah.
We will be seeing Inkling taking quite a bit of damage here due to Mii Brawler's incredibly, I guess, just
Powerful
moves as we get closer and closer. However, if we get at least one more stock, I'd say this is a pretty decent set so far, at least for our Inkling, right?
Yeah, well, we're gonna see what AJ can do here. Pretty much a smash attack or a berry away. He's getting a little greedy with these rollers. That's jab. Oh, unfortunately, got another buffered roll out of that. That could have been stock, but I think he's outside of Booyah %. Yeah. He's gonna set up his ledge trap. Booyah is up or up air.
Okay.
It's a little nasty kill confirm. Oh, and that's a berry, and that's going to be a stock.
Yeah.
Refresh on Ink, and we are back to an even game. Quite a bit of disadvantage for Inkling, but Inkling can put out a lot of damage. If we get some Ink, you know what? Jab's honestly better than grab.
I mean, that's a Mii Brawler. So
I love how Mii Brawler, his body gets inked first, and then his head. It's very off-putting compared to the rest of the cast being much more even.
yeah, I guess that might be intentional to keep the ID of a Mii, at least.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah. Oh, and he got caught out by it, and that is going to take the stock.
Yeah, really close match. Good job from AJ in general. He got his 3 stocks, even if one of those stocks was on a different player. Right. So like he did the best he could, and almost getting that 4th is really valuable for Miami because that might send a shockwave through Simpson College, maybe making it a lot more difficult for them to say, "Oh, we've got this." Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's like coming back on that last stock is such a potentially demoralizer.
Yeah, Simpson College is probably braving a sigh of relief right now because they still are going to have the counter pick. They're going to run. They're going to have it. They're going to have the advantage going into whoever we send in next. But I do think it is kind of yeah, it's a little valuable thinking about the fact of who they have left. They have the Diddy Kong. I don't know. I think AJ's parents delf the Diddy Kong every single time, so it's curious to see how we are going to deal with that. And then that leaves the plant. They also could have some other players that we do not know about that might go in instead of the plant. They might see that like, hey, this plant really isn't working. Let's see what else we can throw into it. Because I believe they have at least 2 other players that we have not seen yet. So there's always a possibility that they could try and throw someone else in and see how they do, or if there's a matchup that we don't know that they have that could be really bad for us. But again, I think our team really does very well into a lot of the cast. I don't think we have any particularly terrible matchups. Incineroar can struggle with certain characters as well as NACE can. But generally, I feel like the team is very well balanced with... I feel pretty confident if we send in pretty much anyone on anyone. There's very few like really bad matchups that I would be worried about.
Personally, I want to see our Incineroar because, like, especially into Mii Brawler, just as a short term, Incineroar should have a good enough matchup into Mii Brawler, both being characters that will kind of want to get in your face, but Incineroar has revenge, has ways to deny Mii Brawler, and relatively rather long range ways to get close range, like especially with the Alolan grab, right?
Yeah.
Where all it takes is one grab and you're gone, right? Especially at high percents and with revenge, right? Which shouldn't be the most impossible to get in this matchup.
Yeah,
it also covered decently well for Diddy Kong because, like, as a character as small as Diddy Kong is and is annoying, Incineroar will have a tough time getting to the Diddy Kong, but once he's there, that monkey is going to explode.
Yeah,
like, I'm talking faster than a barrel explodes on the Donkey Kong or in the Donkey Kong barrel game. Like,
Yeah, so I think Incineroar does do well against the rest of the cast. I think the P2 was the only one Incineroar probably doesn't do amazing into. Um, I think you just kind of focus on the Mii Brawler, and with the Mii Brawler, you're going to Incineroar can count like Mii Brawler is going to try and play up real close, and if you can hit those timings with Revenge, you could have very quick stock, but it's also a little dangerous trying to let yourself get hit. I mean, that's not entirely what Revenge is, but and as you called it, it is going to be Whippy on Incineroar. So I definitely think that there's a high possibility that Whippy can just take the stock. I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, that's an idle animation. I've never seen an idle animation in my life before. Um, but going back to this, I don't think we have audio. It's a little unfortunate.
I think this player plugged in headphones for this game, which is fine.
Yeah.
Got to lock in anyway.
Yeah,
we can,
lock
right?
in. Ooh, that's a great Revenge. Finding the gap in that, because that was an incredibly dangerous situation. Because if Mii Brawler hits that, that's a dead Incineroar.
Is Revenge consumed on the next move hit?
Yes, it's consumed on a next move hit and or that just got a little aggressive at up E, and that is going to take the stock. Revenge is consumed on the next hit and is consumed on if you get grabbed. So if you get grabbed by the opponent, it is consumed.
Okay, just to make sure. I was wondering if Revenge was something that was only exclusive to specials, or if it was spent on a hit, because like he does a lot of damage when he has.
Yeah,
Revenge.
it also, if it's on shield, it does not use it if it's on shield. So you saw that up smash do a ridiculous amount of shield damage, and he still has Revenge. Also, if there's if you go over a specific percentage with Incineroar, after you get Revenge, I think like 40. If you get hit by 40% worth of moves, you lose Revenge as well. There's multiple ways you can lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that just missed the timing. So still in it for both players. Just outside the range for the Frumper, and just a little Incineroar fell a little too fast, slow for that, but the up smash did call it out. So we are still one stock behind, going into either a plant or most likely a Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
So I honestly don't think they're. Honestly, the fact that he kept his second stock was, I think, huge. If he lost that stock, we would have been at quite a bit of a disadvantage, and that would have been quite rough. But we are still completely in this match. That is something that Incineroar can. It takes 3 hits. Incineroar can kill you in 3 hits. So, especially with either Plant coming out or Diddy Kong, I assume they probably send out Plant here. And I think the answer is, where are we going to go, and can Whippy take all 3 stocks?
Yeah. Isn't Plant on like the mid to heavier end of characters? Because I guess like the potted plant, or like the pot for Piranha Plant, is like that thing is made of lead.
He is a heavyweight.
What is that?
I think
pot
he's slightly
made
below.
of?
I think he's slightly below heavyweight line, but I believe he's heavier than Junior.
What is the pot made of?
He is one heavy fella, because he's very unique with he's a fast falling heavy. So really the only one in the game. So his combo routes are very weird, but he also gets hit by a lot of stuff. And know that the plant is probably made up of a pipe. I mean, a pipe's pretty heavy, right?
But he's not in a pipe. He's in a pot. Right? Like he's in a potted plant. Like what is it made of? Right? Is the plant itself flesh? Does that thing have a weight? Like look at its mouth.
I was gonna say, it has a really big head.
Right?
So like, if he has a very big head, I assume it'd have. What's below the pod? Is it just an infinite void?
No.
No,
It's not like Diglett. It's kind of like like how Piranha Plant can run around, right? How does it run, right? Actually, there are tiny little holes at the bottom of the plant. This is not real. This is my little
your
yapping.
own lore to
This
this.
is my yappening. Okay, just note people back there. There's like tiny little holes where like 2 little leaves, right? Like go.
Well, I was gonna say, but like Wonder, he does have legs.
Yeah, he does. He have legs, I wonder. Oh yeah,
he does, because he got the little like Piranha Plant songs.
But that's when Mario and the gang are tripping on like.
Well, yeah, but
like a flower, right?
But do we think that just because they're tripping means it's not real, or it just means it's an over exaggeration of their features?
Well,
So does that not mean that they have really, really small feet?
well, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying, right? Like they have these tiny little holes at the bottom of their plant where they just pitter patter around. I didn't realize the audience couldn't see that, but I was doing this on the table, like
And it
all
is
that.
the plant. And our little Twitch chat friend has said that there is little holes at the bottom in Smash.
Oh, is there? Good job, Twitch chat.
Thank you, Palpa.
Oh,
Oh, and already starting off with 37%. I was really hoping we get down here just to immediately equalize this.
yeah. This is as an early matchup. Piranha Plant may be a bit difficult, but with like Patui and Poison Storm, all of the revenge opportunities are really good. All right, and that is very
That's really
very
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
I don't know if he got too greedy or he didn't hold the right direction when doing it, but
Oh,
we are
no,
still in
does
it.
he get one from that? No,
Oh yeah, he got one from the because
no.
he got
I
one
mean,
from
like,
the.
did he get a stock from that?
He
He
did,
got
yeah.
it took. Hey, look at this chat. It took 2 Alolan grabs to send Piranha Plant flying.
Yeah.
If that's not,
Yeah,
if
that is 46. Don't question it.
if that's not fire type versus grass type,
I don't
know what is.
Yeah, no, but no, I have so far what I think really worked for that Piranha Plant before with PSD'd was that he was doing a great job of like using projectiles. No matter even though it can get revenged, you can't really break down your own core gameplay to play to your opponent. Sometimes you have to, but I don't think you can do it wisely. There are still ways you can do it wisely that won't like completely destroy your own kind of gameplay.
Yeah. I do want to note we saw a grand total of 2 Alolan command grabs, and it didn't kill. I think that's bull. So Smash Bros. Sakurai, please fix your game. Hold on, there's a
And
third.
that's a third, and that's
And
very
he's
dead.
gone. I
Yeah.
love Incineroar. He's so funny to watch. At this point, it really is. Does
forward smash
Piranha
could've been
Plant
that.
get caught again? Which is kind of a big ask.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, Incineroar has a lot of. Oh, he wanted the revenge, and unfortunately, I think he's jumpless. But great recovery to make it back there. Can he get a down air, or can he get a hard read with an Alolan Whip off ledge, and or a revenge?
Ooh,
And
Piranha Plant back air. A lot of knockback on that
brutal.
button.
I don't know if he was going for a revenge there or falling through platform, but unfortunately, we have the answer for who's coming in next, and I feel like that is the perfect and correct decision. Because both Into Plant, Stolen Patui does so much. If you didn't see it, it was going to be Ivy, who's on Villager. Stolen Patui does a ton of percentage after pocketed, as well as just generally can stuff out pretty much anything Piranha Plant wants to do. And then that leaves the final character, which is we assume is going to be Diddy Kong. And that's where you steal Banana Peel, and then you run away, and then they can't ever use Banana Peel again.
It's mine.
Yes.
My Banana Peel.
Yes.
Anyway, back to the important questions of the day. Piranha Plant's pedal toes.
Okay.
Right? Not pedal toes, pedal feet. When we're talking about characters like these weirdo little guys in Smash Bros, like characters like Piranha Plant that have shocking stats, what other little weirdo facts do you know about Super Smash Bros that you think could be implying different things? Like what weight is Snake?
Heavy.
Snake's actually?
He's quite heavy. Yeah.
Is that because of his gear?
I think he's just a big man.
A big guy?
Yeah, he's just a big guy. He used to. The story goes in Brawl, he used to be really like he was larger, and then they shrunk down his model, but they forgot to shrink down up tilt. So up tilt is still a monstrosity of a move, and it's stayed that since Brawl because they never actually shrunk down the hitbox, which that move's another move in this game that kind of sometimes just makes me sad.
Yeah.
So, and we're going back. I think that's the quickest bans I've seen in a long while.
I bet they said, yo.
PS2?
Yeah, PS2. Like, yo, you guys down for PS2? Sure.
It's just the immediate question of, hey, you guys want to go PS2? And it's like, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'll take it. I like that stage.
So I think this is another one where Ivy's just gonna play keep away. You keep the little scary piranha plant. Oh, that's a cute taunt. I don't think I've seen that before.
I have. You watch Palba enough and you see, hi guys, hi everyone.
Oh, I was looking at the plant.
Oh, the plant. I was looking at villager.
I think I've seen all the villager taunts.
What was the plant taunt? What do you do?
He did a little spin and then a little happy pose.
That was Piranha Plant's signature ability. Cute plant.
Cute plant.
Yeah.
That's
You know what happens in the next Smash Bros game?
plant gets cuter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where plant taunt like comes out of the pot, does a little Piranha Plant dance, and we'll hear the entire. Did he just steal poison?
Yeah, you can literally steal, and that does. Yeah, it only did like 36. That's a little weak.
Little weak.
And Tree is gonna take it. So Tree lingers for a very long time, and that is a very nice catch.
I thought grass on grass was not very effective.
Poison on grass.
That
super
was
effective. Yeah, that was super effective. I mean, if you try a solar beam into like a
Sun
what's
Kern?
a yeah, I was gonna say Sun Kern. What little childs am I thinking of? I was gonna say I can't think of all the plant children off the top of my head.
Like Sun Kern, C Dot, Lotad, Lotad.
Yeah,
Lotad.
all those little like fellas that you can just absolutely murder with one big move.
Well, like you can absolutely murder a Sun Kern, but Lotad, no, my Lotad, he lives that. Trust. He doesn't want to make me sad.
But he's a water type. But
yeah, but
I guess
he's cool.
Do the news gens have happiness?
Yeah, you can still tough it out because they don't want you to feel sad.
Because I know they added that. Because I know that in X and Y. Because I was like, I don't know how I felt about that mechanic.
Maybe we get a Rabombi surviving the light that burns the sky. You know.
I mean, yeah, it's trying its hardest. Like
we should get Rabombi in Super Smash Bros. Imagine a character that tall.
Or yeah, isn't that it's short? Rabombi short?
Rabombi's a tiny little guy.
Yeah, like
I would say like this tall minimum, maybe that tall max.
I mean, Olimar in his core games, I think, is like this big.
I think we should make Olimar that size for Super Smash Bros. Maybe he'll compete against Steve. Like he'll go under the blocks.
But then the funny thing is, I think the Pikmin would still be at least. Actually, I don't know Pikmin size lore. Man, I don't even know the Pikmin names.
No, chat. What's the names of the Pikmin and like how big do they get?
I know I've literally been told most of the names by Dr. Kerr, but I don't remember exactly what or what's the made up names. But I know AJ also knows the names, but I don't know if it's the made up names. All I know is I want to say Purple Guy's Marcus, but I think that's really wrong.
Marcus?
I don't think it's right.
They have real names?
I think they have names.
No,
or maybe they're made up. I don't actually remember.
You're telling me the yellow one could be named, like, I don't know, Bethany.
I don't remember if it was real or not, but like
maybe the white one's called Bertha. Red one's John.
John. I don't think they're how.
The purple one's Al.
Right? Al sounds weirdly right for something.
Like, Big Al. The purple one's Big Al.
The purple one's Big Al.
Yeah. Purple one's Big Al.
I think of like Big Bird.
Big Bird?
Yeah, we got Big Bird, like big Bird energy.
From the purple one?
And yes, Miami is going to be 1-0. But right now we are tied game 2, going 3-3. And we're gonna see how this goes. I think I was gonna say Diddy Kong's probably gonna play very careful with Banana Peel, and unfortunately we did not suck up Banana Peel there.
Your banana will go to the Shadow Realm.
I think that's the one thing this Diddy Kong wants to make sure that doesn't happen. Because once you lose Banana Peel, you lose
he's really
a lot of pressure.
He's really keeping keep away with that.
Yeah. Because he knows that once it's gone, which second banana throw. So you get 2 banana tosses. After the second one, it despawns. So you're going to see a lot of empty, like, kind of tosses for the first one, either to himself or on shield or just off on the ground.
Get that.
He got the banana peel. Little high percent, though, so forward smash couldn't still kill. But Diddy Kong has now lost. I honestly think Diddy Kong just went for banana ledge trapping right there and forgot he didn't have it. And he proceeded to try and pick one out. So we can confirm that banana peel is gone once it is taken. And now the question is, what does the Diddy Kong do to get in?
His character's so floaty. I just witnessed Diddy Kong just start flying, honestly.
Yeah, I was going to say, side B does wonders to his movement. But unfortunately, just got a little unlucky there with that fair calling it out, and now we have to play the game, find the banana peel. Oh, and we found the banana peel, and a back throw is gonna kill at that early percent.
Did Villager pocket what was already in their hand?
Yes. When Villager has something in their hand, they can choose to pocket it.
Okay, I'm assuming it's
And
neutral B as well.
what?
Is that neutral B too? Neutral special?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I honestly I like the little banana peel that they have on the bottom,
Yeah,
because usually it's just a general image. I don't know how many items actually have custom sprites for that.
I have a custom sprite, so if you ever see me get pocketed by Villager, you'll see my caster face
Yes.
just in the bottom corner, just saying, "Help me!"
Yeah. Oh, so you got big
please!"
damage there, and we are. How to say it's very very tight right now, and we're gonna see how long that Ivy can keep the stock, because if she can keep the stock for a very long time, then we get just holding banana peel is very strong because it forces Diddy Kong just to go for kind of these as yeah right there, like these very very risky I'm gonna try and call you out moves. Diddy Kong still has in general safe moves, like forward air being very safe, back air being very safe, even up air being relatively safe, um and
Oh,
that scooping up, taking the stock. That's huge to just get us this little bit of lead, and whatever extra credit we can get on with 3 nairs is going to be huge for this final stock if we get there.
ooh,
And that's a great ledge trap into back air.
immediate banana. Bro said, "Finally."
Finally, I can play the game now. So we are on last stock for both in game 2. So if we can pull a stock away right here, we are going to be winning this match. So now it's very much when can we find banana? And I feel like Diddy Kong has been very careful about using banana, because he knows that if it's gone, he's going to struggle so much more to try and find this final like kill at the end. And any unsafe banana peels are just so dangerous.
No, hey, look, wood.
Wood. Oh, and
Banana.
banana, and he gets hit by a tree. Dropped the banana peel, I think, because he got hit by a tree, which is absolutely devastating, losing banana. So now it's just a question. Oh, great timing on the peanut gun. So now it's a question of who can close it out now. Villager is going to play their game, going to play very passive, and we're going to see how it goes. But the Diddy Kong has the Villager off stage, and with like a down air or forward smash by ledge, might take it.
Yeah.
So we are.
At this point, it might just be.
Oh, and
what
the
a
up
good
smash catch. And that is going to be the match for Miami University and the pop off from Ivy. So a wonderful match. And the GG's handshake.
GG handshake. Did they
Yes.
just handshake the camera?
Handshake the camera, yes. And that was a wonderful match between Simpson's College and Miami University. It was incredibly close. But I feel like Miami had moments that they were able to clutch up and do really good things. Like thinking game 1, AJ's great like tech chase with a couple berries, as well as Ivy just doing a wonderful job in closing out both games, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Really good anchor for Miami team. Did a lot better than I expected, because like last game between Miami and Simpson College, it really was our inkling going to town, taking as many people as he could with him. I think like 3, 4, 5 people on his own, not the 6 or 7 that we were expecting, guys. Yeah, you hear that, chat? I said your favorite numbers in that order. While our Mindles of Man cried. And with that, Miami will win this semis match.
And I was gonna say, and we move on to play winner of, I believe it was Akron, and I do not remember the other team, unfortunately.
Akron.
It will most likely be Akron, as they were the 1 seed, and that should be a very very fun match. I'm very much looking forward to watching that match, and to see who kind of wins this little division that we are playing in.
All right.
But yeah, no, that was a wonderful match that we had today, and I'm very glad of the adaptations that Miami made. I think they made really good changes to their game, to kind of their game plan, to kind of like work around those little times that they were behind and they had to make like choices. I think they made very good choices on who goes into what, and players just did a great job clutching up when they needed to clutch up.
Yeah. As the last couple things, or last couple reminders, remember this Saturday is Rank Rumble, where you could play games Yeah,
Come.
we need
Please
you there,
come.
please.
We need you.
We need you,
You.
the viewer.
The viewer.
We need you. But come down to Goggins Ice Center to play some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Melee, 2XKO, Super Smash Bros. Or Tekken. I think is the third game.
I think Street Fighter. I know we have Street Fighter.
Did I say Street Fighter?
Or
I
maybe
forgot. I said Street Fighter
complicated.
6 now. But like, come down, play some games with us, or just pop by and do some ice skating. Why not? If you don't get the opportunity to do that often, you can this weekend with a bunch of nerds that you saw today or saw playing today.
Yes, please come out. We need play games, have fun, play games.
That was a lovely stream. I've been Alex Shrine to Nick's Marcum.
I am Nathan Mendelsman Mosley,
and we wish you a very lovely afternoon and good night.
Yes, have a good night, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.